Today we've gone all Star Wars. We're going to make another lightsaber for the young fella. He wants a red one this time, so we've got a blue and a green one. So we just got to replicate what I've already made with this stuff over here, and we'll make a new one. Now what we're looking at here is we've got the daughter's one, we've got the young fella's one. He wants two now. He wants a green one and a red one. So what we got is we've got the handle, we've got a white piece just screwed on the end just to make it look different. We've got a couple of buttons here, one's brass, one's alley, and a couple of grooves down the back there with a couple of steps here just to make it look a little bit different as well. In the end of the tube, just got a little bung there. So I'm just going to use this stuff I've got laying around. I've got this piece here for the end bung. There's our end piece of white plastic end bit. I've got this piece here of it's plastic acetal. This one's a bit longer. That's not really going to worry anything. And we've got a piece of brass here. It's just an old, and a bit of alley, a few screws, and a piece of poly pipe. It's about 25 diameter. Oh, it's about 26. So I would class that as probably inch poly pipe. And it's about it's nearly 600 long, so it's just under 500. So we're going to make about 500 stick out, and we're going to put about 80mm up into here, so then when these screws go in, it holds our tube in. Okay, that's what I was talking about there. Faced it off, a little bit of a groove at around 15mm, and from the center pip I just ruled a line straight across the center. That'll give me the two spots. Okay, so I've done the same thing on the end of our bar, so we'll screw that on and then we can start machining up our bit. Now there's our little end bung machined up. Got a little radius on there. We've got our size here. We've got a pretty good size here. It's a nice tap fit in here. I also got the tube and machined the end off. Machine both ends off so they're nice and flat, so that when we put it down in our handle here, it sits flat, and we put our end bung in also too. We won't have a gap at the top there. So I'll knock this bung in. I'll spray this. I'll sticky tape, masking tape up here so that I have about 5mm of colour going inside of here so that we don't see any white there. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough out this end. I've got this marked about 60. Our second radius there is around about 50. So I'm going to rough this out to, I don't know, about 34 or something like that. Rough this out to 34, and then that way I can spin it around, do my other end, and then I can grip it like this again and finish this here. I just don't want to be gripping this finished while trying to drill holes and bore out that other end, because it'll probably spin and I'll get a big mark across here, and then I'll have to machine it again anyway. So okay, we've got our pipe here pretty much roughed out. We've got our bore done. That's to size. So now what I'll do is I'll grip it here with a piece of paper in it, because this is now finished to size. So I'll grip it here, and then I'll finish turn all this up here and do our little grooves and stuff like that. Alright, there it is. There's the finished handle. Didn't come out too bad. So onto the buttons. Right, we're almost done here. We've got our two little buttons here. We've got our brass one, and we've got our aluminium one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get tricky here. I'm going to put this back in the lathe, and just with my ruler I'm going to measure pretty much where the center of this is, and I'm going to get my lathe tool and just put a little scribe line like that across there, and then lift it off and come down here, and the same distance as what that halfway is there, in that area I'm going to scribe a small line across there, and that way I can just get my ruler and put a little mark there and there, and then they're going to be exactly in alignment and I can drill my little pilot hole down for the screw. So before I fit them up, so I'll mark this out, put my rod in, then I'll drill those holes, I'll put these up, screw them on, and we'll be finished. There we go, we've got 3 lightsabers now. We've got our red one all complete. We've got our little buttons screwed in there, which now locks the poly pipe in, and nothing's going to come out. So that came out pretty good, and that'll go with the other 2 now, and I'm sure they'll have a good old time with that. So if you like what we're doing here at DM Engineering, click that subscribe button down there, and we'll see you next video.